Well, hello and welcome back to the Tao Manifesting Tarot. This is the audio edition. Well, it's also the video edition, but all you're going to see is what you see on your screen. There won't be anything else. No action, no activity, no movement, and the reason is very simple. As you well know if you've been listening for a long time, been doing this for a long time, I want to minimize distractions. The world right now is nothing but distraction. I mean, nothing. From sports to music to just general entertainment to politics, whatever. It doesn't make any difference. It's all a scam. It is all meant to attract your attention, like that laser beam on a carpet for a dog or a cat. They can't help themselves. They got to chase that damn thing. Well, that's what we're all doing. And it's intended that way. Ooh, the next disaster. Oh, the next thing's going to happen. Oh, this is going to fall out. When you look at the headlines, though, they say it may happen, it could happen. To this point, it hasn't. This is a major manipulation going on. This is worldwide. This is not small time. This manifested reading is meant for people who are serious about manifesting. They just aren't concerned with getting their ego stroked. They're interested in tapping into an energy that will help them manifest. That's my job. I'm not worried about the subscribes, the likes, the shares. I enjoy those things, but it's not what I'm doing it for. I'm not even doing it for money. If you take a look at the numbers, we don't have a whole lot of people. That's fine. The people who we have here are focused, concentrated, serious, thoughtful people. Okay? They don't want the general BS that you get on mass media, because all of it is garbage. You know, I have done astrology for, more than 50 years. I've done tarot for just about that long, numerology. Most of them are fakes. Most of them are making stuff up, pulling it out of their ass just to make you feel good. I'm not doing that. I'm taking the energies. You see, it's up on the screen. You see what the cards are. I have to inspire you. That's my job. It's not the likes, subscribes, and shares. It's not money, because as you see, I don't have enough people to make any money. That's not the point. Maybe it's a karmic thing. I don't know. But my job is to inspire you. Will every reading every day inspire you? No. Not immediately, but maybe down the road. We do have a big solar eclipse, an important solar eclipse coming up on the 8th of April. You may already be feeling sort of that energy. There's something big coming, and you can't get your finger on it. What it is it's the survival of mankind, and I'm not exaggerating. If the people who have been telling us, the World Economic Forum, you will have nothing and be happy, that's what they mean. Now is when the stuff is going to hit the fan. And you see people all over the world protesting, all getting together in their own little units and groups and starting to coalesce to oppose this Marxist Nazi capitalism. That's what capitalism is, by the way. You do a history of it. Capitalism always leads to destruction. You get these people that tell you, well, capitalism has been the one source of creating the greatest amount of wealth. Yeah, for the top 1%. They've gotten a lot richer. The other 99% have gotten a lot poorer. That's the way capitalism always works. And it's getting ready now to take over our lives. So when I'm doing these readings, I'm real serious. I am very focused on you and inspiring you. And if you get inspiration, you'll know, act on it. That means there's a resonance there. Every reading will not hit you the same way. That's okay. You're a very complex human being. Like it that way. It's best that way. But when you feel the contact, go for it. My job is not to hand you a line of baloney, not to tell you stories you want to hear, but to take the energy, see here, this is where it is. Does it apply in your life in any way whatsoever? Maybe a small way, maybe a tiny way, maybe huge. something that you feel in your gut, something you feel in your soul. Whatever the case is, my job is to put that fire under you, create a better imagination so you can manifest better. My job is helping you to manifest. So let's begin. Middle card, Oracle card. It's mending. Okay, so something needs to be repaired. You don't throw it out. In this day and age, we tend to throw things out. That's a big mistake because there's still a lot of value. So rather than throw something out of your life, it could be somebody, something, an attitude, a feeling. Rather than throwing it out, fix it. Some reassembly is required. You have to put the parts and pieces back together in a different way. And that's what you're feeling, and that's maybe what's unsettling right now. Because how the hell do I put these, it's like, how do I put these parts together differently? In fact, how do I put them together at all? That's what you have to do. That's what the mending is. There is some area of your life that needs some reassembly. Focus on it. Number up in the right-hand corner is 52. 5 means change. 2 means decision. So you're making a decision to change. And the 2 and 5 together equals 7. That means on a spiritual, mental level, this assembly is taking place. It may not even be physical. Maybe an attitude. Maybe the way you see the world or some person in your world or something. But there is some part of you, all of us, that could use some reassembly because we're coming into very, very, very tough waters. And it's only going to get tougher as we go through the year. So this is the great time to fix what needs to be fixed, to repair, to reassemble, to do whatever needs to be done to help you to manifest your best life. Okay? Doesn't mean it's going to be better than it's ever been, but to survive the coming storm, you are being given a chance to put parts and pieces of your life back together again, to reassemble them. So, let us begin. We go all the way to the left, and the card that we hit is the moon. I like the moon because it's emphasizing intuition. Remember, we were just talking about the 5 and the 2 equaling 7, something to do with spiritual or mental. Well, the moon card emphasizes that. It says, yes, that's right. Your intuition is really being exercised. You're finding out what's real and what's not real. More than anything else, that's what you're doing. Because a full moon, even brightest, like we're going to have that eclipse, if you have the brightest full moon in the world, you still can't see everything. You still have to kind of figure out what's in the shadows. So that's the energy that you need to use for your reassembly, for your mending. You need to look into the shadows. Okay, find out who or what is deceiving you. Are you lying to yourself? Are other people lying to you? Oh yeah, they are. Virtually every government person, every business is lying to you, lying to me, lying to everybody. Has been doing it for decades. Well, you know what? Reassembly. This is your chance. This is your chance. You're going to need it. I think of like Noah and the flood. I know it's a story. There's potentially some history to it. There is some geologic history, but let's put that aside. Noah knew there was a big storm coming. He prepared. Was it easy? No. Even while the storm was going on, he was in the ark, but it wasn't an easy transition. But in the end, it paid off. This is what you're being given. You're being given a chance to reassemble some part of your life. In fact, the meme for the day is from Kierkegaard, famous philosopher. He says, the most common form of despair is not being who you are. Wow. Want to talk about reassembly? Work on being who you really are. A lot of despair in the world, And Kierkegaard says the most common form of despair is not being true to yourself, not being who you really are. The moon card, your intuition will guide you. And in fact, next to it is the Eight of Wands in reverse. You are going to start to make changes. There will come a point when it's going to become really evident, really obvious that, man, I better get my shit together. Woo, like right now, yesterday. When that, it's not here yet, but when that happens, you ride with the tide, you go with it, you make the changes to reassemble parts of your life. It's a perfect time because the Wheel of Fortune says it's the perfect time. Is it going to be easy? No. Is it going to be fun? No, not necessarily. But it will be necessary, and it will be very, very beneficial. Reassembling part of your life. In so doing, you need to take a look at your value system. What's really important is that the stuff that they're telling you, we already said mass media was lying, government is lying, business is lying, banking is lying, politics is lying. They're lying to you. They're lying to me. They've been doing it for years. So if your value system comes from them, you're in trouble. Reassemble your value system. You set up your value system so that you can be who you really are. That's the despair. Kierkegaard says it perfectly. There is a strong whiff of despair in the air around the world, and it's because we cannot be who we are, who we were meant to be. You reassemble so that you can mend your life. That's the manifested reading for today. Back again tomorrow with another one. I hope you're here with me. If not, between now and the next time, as usual, peace and blessings.